IMPD began issuing body-worn cameras to officers in 2020. Body-worn cameras are designed to increase transparency, ensure accountability, and enhance public trust by effectively using captured video. Additionally, the camera footage can be used to highlight the realities of police work, used in administrative and criminal investigations, and to improve training and policies. Body-worn cameras, while valuable tools, only capture a portion of an officer's field of view. In addition, the body-worn camera video clarity is limited when compared to the human eye. IMPD uses body-worn cameras that are designed to self-activate if certain standards are met. For example, a camera will activate when an officer arrives within 500 feet of a dispatch run, begins to run, violently shakes during a physical altercation, the camera is in a horizontal position for an extended period of time, if an officer activates emergency equipment within his or her patrol vehicle, or if an officer activates the camera by using a remote. The camera is attached to the officer's uniform mid-level in the chest area. The lens is fixed and does not capture everything that is seen and/or experienced by the officer. Once the body-worn camera is activated, it has a 30-second buffer during which the audio is not activated, but the video is. This feature allows video to capture sudden incidents where either the body-worn camera self-activates and/or the officer manually activates it. This critical incident video details an officer-involved shooting that occurred on September 22, 2023 at approximately 9:15 p.m. Preliminary information is being presented in this video with the intention of increasing public understanding of what occurred. This investigation is still in its early stages. It may take a year or longer for the investigative process to be completed. Understanding of the incident may change as additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. Warning: the following video contains graphic images and language. It is not suitable for all viewers. On September 22, 2023, IMPD covert robbery detectives were conducting a serial robbery investigation on a suspect later identified as 27-year-old Rick Tez Williams. At approximately 9:05 p.m., detectives observed Mr. Williams enter a store on the 2200 block of Shelby Street and exit the store with a bag. A detective confirmed with a store employee that a man had just robbed the store while armed with a handgun. Mr. Williams entered the passenger seat of a silver Buick LeSabre driven by a woman later identified as 25-year-old Ariana Morris. At 9:15 p.m., SWAT officers tasked with taking Mr. Williams into custody prepared to make apprehension of the vehicle and suspect in the 600 block of South Missouri Street. SWAT officers, utilizing a grappler device, conducted a pursuit prevention technique that brought the vehicle to a stop. A grappler is a netting system deployed from the front of a police vehicle to capture and lock the rear wheel of a suspect vehicle to prevent it from fleeing. A security camera on South Missouri Street captured when the vehicle was brought to a stop. As officers were deploying the grappler device, Mr. Williams fired shots at officers from the passenger window. After Mr. Williams fired at the officers, 3 officers discharged their service weapons. This body-worn camera was placed on the dashboard of the police vehicle that deployed the grappler. After the grappler was lowered, officers can be heard stating, "He's doing something, and he's reaching." Seconds later, Mr. Williams pointed a gun out of the passenger window and fired at officers.
All right, Kenra.
There it is.
Ready? Yep, I'm ready. Let's do it. You got the radio, okay? Get that thing down. Get that thing down. 2 people, guys, and he's doing something. That front seat passenger's doing something.
He's reaching.
Yep. What's it
He's
doing?
trying to get the door out.
The following is a portion of the previous video that has been slowed and magnified. It shows Mr. Williams extending his arm out of the passenger side window and firing at officers.
And he's doing something. That front seat passenger's doing something.
He's reaching.
What's it
He's
doing?
trying to get the door out.
Officers Kuntz, Hare, and Sergeant Stewart were in the vehicle that deployed the grappler. All 3 officers discharged their service weapons. Sergeant Stewart was in the front passenger seat.
2 people, guys, and he's doing something. That front seat passenger's doing something. What's it doing?
Trying to get the door out.
Go. Dalton, I got him covered. Please place him in handcuffs. Please place him in handcuffs. Give me one more. Give me one more. Give me one more. Go up to Kenny. Go up to Kenny. Go up to Kenny. Hey, somebody start a medic. Somebody start a medic right now.
Officer Coons was driving the police vehicle that deployed the grappler. After shots were fired at the officers, both Miss Morris and Mr. Williams ran from the car.
2 people, guys, and he's doing something. That front seat passenger's doing something.
He's reaching.
It's not fucking hitting.
He's trying to get the door out.
Get on the fucking ground! Right now! Give me your hands! Ma'am, give me your hands! Give me your hands! Control, start some medics, please. We're by Lucas Oil Stadium. We've got 2 shots.
I'm pregnant.
Multiple medics.
We need multiple medics.
Please, I'm pregnant.
Put some, get a tourniquet, find out where she's shot, get a tourniquet on her.
A SWAT medic was on the scene and immediately provided medical aid to Miss Morris and Mr. Williams until the arrival of Indianapolis Emergency Medical Services paramedics. Both were transported to the hospital. Miss Morris was listed in critical condition. Mr. Williams later died at the hospital. The gun fired by Mr. Williams was recovered in the vehicle. It had been reported stolen in 2022. No officers or uninvolved citizens were injured during this incident. Miss Morris was charged with armed robbery. Miss Morris is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. The incident is being investigated by IMPD's Critical Incident Response Team. A separate and independent investigation will be conducted by IMPD's Internal Affairs Unit to ensure compliance with department policy. The Marion County Prosecutor's Office is being consulted throughout the investigative process. This incident will be reviewed by the Civilian Majority Use of Force Board. This occurs after the conclusion of the criminal process.